Welcome to the show. It is me, your girl Labora Lee, aka Cat Lee, and have now tuned into Ambitiously the podcast. You, you definitely have tuned into Ambitiously the podcast. You know, we're doing some things. Tonight is a different night, and you'll understand as we go along. I've been talking about this for about a week and a half now. Been trying to let y'all know. But first things first, let me let you know about this. Today is Media Monday. Today is the day where, we come and cop a squat and have a conversation about, the latest of what's going on out here in these crazy streets. Again, I'm doing things a little bit differently this evening. The show, as far as the free aspect of it, I'll only be here for probably like 30 minutes. And then if you would like, what I recommend that you do is go over to Patreon, because that's where the rest of the show is going down at. And so that's how we're doing things right about now. So we are streaming live from where we're streaming from right now, and we also have a live stream going on in Patreon, and I will continue the rest of my shenanigans there this evening. But I'll let you know when it's time. Oh, trust and believe, I will let you know when it's time. Anyway, so first things first, we do have to do a quick commercial break. I'll be right back. What they're offering might just have you in the mood to get naked. Flex offers $100 off a six-pack of wine for $39.99, including shipping. Again, the offer is $100 off of a six-pack of wine for $39.99 with shipping included. These are not small bottles of wine. These are your normal size bottles of wine, and you're guaranteed to fill your wine cellar or have a really good time. Get it now, y'all. Get it. All right, y'all. Also, the phone line is open, 443-850-4828, 443-850-4828. You can call in. You will be patched through live on the show, on air. You can text. I'll read your text. You can drop a comment. Of course, that'll be on the screen as we move along. Or you can ask me to drop the link, and as long as you're on your best behavior, you can be a part of this program as well. So we got some things to talk about. But before we talk about those things, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We are on all streaming platforms and also on all social media platforms as well. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. Yeah, a lot going on. I'm gonna start with the good Gab. I like to start with a nice, wholesome situation before I go crazy. I want it to be a little bit wholesome. So let's talk about Miss Rihanna. I love this chick. She is pretty dope chick. But now I really, really think I have fallen for her charms, because listen to this. We finally now know her son's name, which, if you've been living under a rock, has been all the rave lately. But her son's name is RZA. RZA Athelston Mayers. I think Mayers. So Rihanna's baby boy ain't nothing to mess with, because she and A$AP Rocky named their first child after a famous member of the Wu-Tang Clan. The child's full name is RZA Athelston Mayers, according to the Daily Mail, after obtaining the child's birth certificate. It's some nosy people out here. I'm trying to tell you, I'm one of them. With the name like RZA, it's pretty safe to assume the kid's musician parents named him after the rapper and producer The RZA, who just so happens to be the leader of the Wu-Tang Clan. The birth certificate also says that Rihanna's kid was born May the 13th at 10:58 a.m. at Cedar Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles, California. Shout out to LA. I got love out there. They show me mad love out there in LA. Looking back, it seems Rihanna telegraphed the baby's name back in April when she and ASAP took their baby boy out to dinner at at a Santa Monica restaurant with Riri wearing the Wu-Tang top. ASAP got a musical connection of to some of RZA's, bandmates who he collabed with the Wu-Tang's Raekwon back in 2015. So things are happening. Rihanna is currently pregnant with her next baby, first revealing her pregnancy back in February at the Super Bowl halftime show. I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of members of the Wu-Tang Clan. First of all, do we know what they're having yet? No, we don't know. So I don't know. Would they name the next baby after another member of the Wu-Tang Clan? I'm interested to know. But speaking of ASAP and Rihanna, Rihanna says she is in no rush to marry her boyfriend, ASAP Rocky. So Rihanna knows it would take a lot, to, protect her $1.4 billion fortune if she ever decides to walk down the aisle. Because of this, Rihanna has a bun in the oven and is reportedly in no rush to get married to her boyfriend. I can understand that. You know what I mean? Like, I really could, kind of understand where she's coming from. Hi, Sandy baby. I could understand where she's coming from. She has a lot on the line. So at the end of the day, she's a billionaire. So at the end of the day, do I blame her for, everything has to be in order. There should be some kind of representation in play. I'm sorry, I'm going to just say it. There should be a prenup for sure. And that's that. It should be a prenup. She's a very rich woman. So I feel like there should be a prenup involved. But again, ASAP, baby, you got one job. I've been telling you this for years now. All you got to do, baby boy, is do your job. That's it. Nothing else. Don't try to make no extra moves. You feel me? None of that craziness. Just do your job. That's it. That's all you got to do. And it's that simple. Keep her happy. I guess if she want to be pregnant, keep her pregnant. You feel me? But do your job, bro. Do your job. All right, so let's get into some other things this evening. We are limited with time of things that I can say right now to y'all before this 30 minutes is up. Because after this 30 minutes is up, then it's all going to Patreon. You feel me? And it's what it is. But let's get into, gotta save that for later. I'm gonna save that for later as well. Let's get into this real quick. I like, again, wholesome, good, heartfelt information. You feel me? I'm one of those kind of girls at the end of the day. But let's talk about it. So, and I'm going to also say some things that coincide with this, but E40 gets honorary doctorate degree from GSU, his alma mater. Legendary rapper was awarded a degree on Friday during the Grambling State University commencement ceremony in Louisiana. He made sure to drop some words of wisdom and encouragement to the graduating class before he left the stage. And it appeared to be a super special moment for 40, who's proudly continued to support the university. Hold on to that note. Hold on. Um, once he called home. As reported earlier this year, he donated $100K to the HBCU's music department to help install a recording studio so students could follow their dreams as he did. GSU surprised him by naming it the Earl E40 Stevens Sound Recording Studio, which is dope. Those who know, 40 was a Grambling Tiger in 1996. Before he became a hip hop mogul we know him as today. That's just that. Yeah, so I like a good wholesome story. You know, it melts my little heart when people are, talking about the good, kind-hearted things that they should talk about. So yeah, I like that. That's dope. Big shout out to E40 for doing his thing and making sure that he continue to show love and do the things that he came to do. I like that a lot. So big shout out to him. And congratulations, sir. Congratulations. Yes. People take that honorary doctorate thing lightly, but it means a lot, to a lot of people. So let's get to this next thing. Because I'm trying to squeeze in everything that I can squeeze in, y'all. I'm trying to help y'all out around here. Wyclef peeked his little head out of the blue. He came through. He had some things that he had to do real quick. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. But he didn't do it just to do it. He did it in solidarity. And so we're going to talk about it. So Wyclef performing at Brittany Griner's first home game since, she was released from Russia. It's a lot, I know that was a lot, and now, she's trying to get back to what would be a normal life for her. You feel me? And so I think that's very important to what's going on right now. So let's talk about it. So Brittany is just days away from returning. Well, she's about to return to the WNBA court. And anticipation is at an all-time high for Mercury fans. I can't even get that out. I got tongue-tied. But the pot is about to be a little bit sweeter. 3-time Grammy winner Wyclef Jean will be performing a special halftime show in honor of Britney's homecoming. So it's been learned that Phoenix Mercury has have teamed up with the Sum, a new music platform from from Anagram Studios to bring in John to perform during their May 21st game against the Chicago Sky at the Footprint Center to celebrate Britney's return on what will be her first home game since, the whole Russia situation. Now, it's been said again. It's been said. I'm not saying that I said it. I'm just saying it's been said. One of the songs that Wyclef will be singing is Bob Marley's iconic hit "One Love," where John will be joined by 200 fans who will be selected to perform live with the 53-year-old musician. Whoa, we put on all the stops. He will also put on a post game concert as well. Um, so yeah, Wyclef is trying to pull out all the stops, hun, for this situation. Now we all know the story of Brittany and what she went through. She was in a Russian prison. Shout out to Russia. Sorry, but I have to speak the truth. That's just what it is over here. I just speak the truth, and you just either you like it or you don't like it. But I speak the truth. So anyway, Brittany was in prison for 9 months over in Russia, and hold on, I'm trying to do something real quick to y'all, so bear with me. I'm over in Russia, and then I'm on the wrong keyboard. I got too many I have way too many keyboards in this house. But anyway, here we go. So yeah, she was over there, in a situation that I'm quite sure she was not happy to be in. And who would want to be in that situation in the first place? I mean, who? But yeah. Okay, all right, things is popping out here. So yeah, she's coming back. She's making a comeback. She said it's time for y'all to get to know some things real quick. All right, so, I gotta save that for later too. There's so much going on, y'all. But I can't give y'all everything right now. Like I said, you want more of this salacious tea, then you need to be joining my Patreon. So yeah, because there's some things going down. Oh, what I also missed about the Rihanna and ASAP and little baby RZA is one, if you know anything about me in this podcast, you know that I love the Wu-Tang Clan. So, that alone is everything to me, that's the baby's name. That by itself is just amazing. But the baby just turned 1 and they had a birthday party, and guess what the thing was? The Wu-Tang Clan. Riri showed up dressed as Old Dirty Bastard, and Rocky showed up dressed up as Ghostface Killer. The Killer Bees is on the swarm, so I love it. I love that for them. That was cute. That was real cute. I missed that part, and I just didn't want to, skip over that before we get to the next little portion of the tea. Hold on, y'all, because I got stories that I want to tell now. Oh, yeah, let's get to this real quick. Because the rest of what I have to say cannot be said on YouTube, and it cannot be said on Facebook. It can only be said where I place the stream at, which is on Patreon. And the reason being is because I need a place where I can just be unfiltered. I have a lot of things to say and get off my back and share and all of that. And before I get out of here, I'm going to show you a little something. But I can't really do that on these platforms. And as much as I love them and I'll still use them and all of that good stuff, I have to unlimit myself. I need to be able to say the things that are on my freaking mind. But let's get to this real quick. I'm going to tell y'all why in a minute. So one of the beautiful young ladies, LSU star, now I hope I say her name right, Flau'jae Johnson, she had a little bit of craziness going on lately, but we're going to talk about it. So she has a song, and in the song, she had a lyric that was in reference to 9/11, the tragic day where all hell broke loose here in the United States, right? So, but anyway, let's get so LSU's women's basketball star, Flau'jae Johnson, is breaking her silence on her 9/11 rap lyric controversy, apologizing for her song and vowing to do better moving forward. Johnson was initially hit with backlash earlier this month when she made a reference to the Twin Towers in her remix to Lotto's hit "Put It on the Floor." So in the tune, Johnson sang, "In this 9/11 blowing smoke, just like them towers." The bar was a double entendre, and it was a play on riding in a Porsche, um, and the 2001 terrorist attack that took out a lot of people. And I probably should have saved this story for Patreon, but it's cool. Took out a lot of people. It actually took out more than 2,000 people. Just for statistics. That's how many it took out. So many on social media call her out over it, saying it was insensitive. And in an Instagram story video last Thursday night, Johnson finally addressed the issue. I just wanted to come on here and let y'all know, by no means would I ever intentionally try to disrespect or offend anyone, said the 19-year-old, who has a legitimate budding rap career off the basketball court. So my whole goal in music is to push positivity and spread love. So in no way, shape, or form would I ever intentionally try to disrespect anyone or offend anyone. So LSU previously commented on the song earlier this week, saying Johnson expressed sincere remorse for any possibility of misunderstanding. The school added that the song's music video has since been pulled from the internet, and Johnson, who wasn't born until 2003, insisted she'll learn from this moving forward. She said, "Thank you." She just thanked everybody for their continued support. Here's the thing, y'all, and we're getting close to time. That's going to be the last for those watching on YouTube, Facebook, or on Twitch. But one thing I will say about that is this: she's she's very young. She wasn't alive for what happened. She wasn't even thought of yet. You feel me? Like, she wasn't thought of yet. So I understand why perhaps, she would put that in her mind. Like, she wouldn't think that it would affect anybody, but now she see that it does. A lot of people did lose their lives on that day, and it was a scary day. I mean, scary. One of the scariest days of my life. I wasn't even in the buildings. I was at home, but it was surreal. I'll say that. So yeah, I mean, she'll learn. She'll learn to make better decisions. Now, before I get out of here, let me put this up on the screen real quick. Hold on. Let me put this up on the screen. Now, I'm going to finish what I'm doing on Patreon right now, because I am actually, like I said, recording from two different situations. I'm live on, of course, Patreon, but I'm live on Patreon right now as we speak. And I cannot really divulge the story the way I want to on these platforms. So follow me. Come support over there on Patreon. You'll find it, nice. You'll find some nice incentives over there. But we're going to talk about this over there. And we're going to talk about this because this person is also, it's another story that goes along. Well, kind of. It's Patreon. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. For those on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, I love you guys. Thank you for showing up, and always showing love. So you know what I say to y'all. Now, Patreon sits still, but y'all know what I say to y'all. Mind your business, except for me and my days. You just mind your business. But come here and then I'll tell you everybody else's business, or join us on Patreon so I can really tell you the business. Love your babies, hug your babies, encourage your babies, all of that good stuff. They need it. NASCAR, best pit boss, NASCAR driver, commentator. They want to work for NASA, best astronaut, engineer, secretary, freaking janitor, receptionist they could be, but encourage them to be great. Also, stay in your lane. Everybody's lane is not your lane. So stay in your lane, and there is a difference between staying in your lane and jumping into other people's lanes. And at the end of the day, and I'm not going to say this again, Patreon, I'm just saying it to my peoples who be watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. At the end of the day, everybody's lane is not your lane. And if you jump in my lane, baby, oh yeah, you jump in my lane, you getting her. And you don't want her. You want her. I'm trying to tell you. All I'm saying is she stopped with her nonsense. You want her. She's nice, sweet, and cuddly and all that good stuff. Yeah, she want her. Or at least her, because if I'm purring, I'm happy. And I plan to purr. So that's that. But just stay in your lane and choose your battles wisely. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And that's what I'm going to say to y'all. Meanwhile, we still got things popping off over here on Patreon and all of my streaming platforms. So y'all sit tight. I'll be back. Want more of Ambitiously the podcast? Then make sure that you subscribe. We are on Patreon, View It, Red Circle, Acast, and Station Head. Let's go. Hold on, I'm still here, but I'm out. I'm gonna say it one more time. Oh, who is that? Want more of Ambitiously the podcast? Then make sure that you subscribe. We are on Patreon, View It, Red Circle, Acast, and